exciting. How you doing, Brother Shelton?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I could not complain. I'm just filled with excitement. I promise you I am.
Wow,
That's how I'm feeling.
what a year. What a
Yeah.
year. Thank you all for joining us. If you don't know, I'm Tony Simmons Henson, and I am the chair of the artistic committee for the Atlanta Black Theater Festival and also the marketing and promotions person. So it's so glad to be here. And also the co-founder. Did I say that? The co-founder of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm here with my partner in crime. We've been doing this for a minute. Go, brother.
Yeah, so and I'm Shelton Land, so I'm a board member of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Um, Immediate past, like artistic director, and when I tell you that it's in my heart, like Tony, I can't. It's just exciting, just just to be here. Let me gather my thoughts. That's
Yeah,
how exciting it is.
it is
Yes,
exciting. But
it
Shelton
is.
is we actually gave Shelton to the illustrious Douglas Theater, the historic Douglas Theater in Macon, Georgia. What was it? 2 years ago. You've been in that position for two
Yes.
years.
So I've been
It,
in for
it,
2 years. hmm So we did what we
it,
do. We
it,
do it down there in 20. It was not last year.
that was last year. That was
No, it
last
was
year.
last year,
Yep. Yeah.
2023. Yep,
Yeah.
2023.
So yeah, we christened the Atlanta Black Theater Festival christened the historic Douglas Theater in Macon. Shelton is their executive director, and I could not be more happy for your growth. And he spent 5 years with us as the artistic director of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, and then he springboarded on up. Now he's running his own theater. It's the community theater, but it is absolutely an incredible space. And tell us more about the Douglas Theater, Shelton.
It's a fabulous space. Actually, it's a cultural touchstone located right in Macon, Georgia. That's right down the street from Atlanta. Founded in 1921. But this is the part that I love. Founded, started, owned, and operated by a black man, Charles Henry Douglas, and his wife, Fanny Appling Douglas. So it's still standing after 103 years. It's still black led, black operated. It's just a cultural treasure to the community. And so when people think of the Douglas, I want them to think about we are the Apollo of the South. That's what we are. We are the Apollo of the South, where we just, we're a springboard. We just want people to come in, providing access for actors, actresses, just creatives, just to share their story and to share their talents. And doing it while feeling safe. So I always like to say that part. It's a safe space, a
Yeah.
soft landing, safe space. Yeah. So that's the Douglas in a nutshell. Yep.
Well, it is an incredible space. Y'all went through renovations like recently, completely renovated the entire theater space. Tell us more about what happened there.
Yeah. So from 1921 up until 1940, the theater, that we were the silver screen and for vaudeville acts, right? Then come out, that's when Mr. Douglas passed, and his wife Fanny took it over from 1941 up until 1973. We became a mecca of black entertainment. So that's what the likes of Otis Redding, Little Richard, James Brown, all of those cattle parties. So when he passed, Fanny Appling Douglas kept that legacy active and alive, and still thriving. And so there was a period of resting from 73 up until the 80s and 90s. They were going to just abolish the theater, like tear it down. The community rallied together and they saved the Douglas. The city stepped in. They purchased the theater, but it's still ran by an organization that is black led, black owned. So then it reopened its doors in 1997, back to its original splendor, where it's still the original stage, the original walls, everything. The thing that they renovated, when you think about renovation, what they did new was that we just added an inner lobby. But now with digital, we play movies just like a Regal or AMC theater. We're set up for live music concerts, live theater concerts. It's just, hey, again, we are the Apollo of the South, and it's just amazing. So now we're in our 100 years and counting. So we don't say beyond, we and counting, because we're going to
And
be around for the
counting.
next 100 years. And counting, yes. So
And
that's
let me tell you, y'all, they are kicking butt and taking names under Shelton's leadership. I'm telling you, he just did a run, a season. They have residencies for artists. They have a summer camp for kids. But you know what? I think something that you said was really key that I think is important to underscore, and that is the community rally together to save the Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing like that. You got to be, because politicians don't know what we want. Everybody always says, "Oh, nothing changes," but there is change. Change can happen if we stay woke and get involved in our local community.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm preaching to the choir because everybody that's here is active and engaged and involved in the arts.
Mm-hmm.
And the arts, I believe, is the best way for everybody to come together so we can celebrate our heritage and heal. Y'all don't know. I don't have to go. I don't have to get on my soapbox to talk about what's happening in the world. But I do want to say thank you for those who are here in the studio as well as in our audience. Thank you for being interested in us telling our stories. It is so imperative that we do that. Why? Because they're trying to strip us of our history. I mean, think about it. And they are succeeding in a lot of areas too. If you
Mm-hmm.
people are not aware of what's happening and they try to downplay it because eventually what's going to happen? If we lose who we are, if we don't have our story, then our children don't have self-esteem. They don't know from where they come. We come from the best of the best. We come from the best of the best. Do you think they went over when they went over for the transatlantic slave trade? Do you think they went and picked the weakest of the weak? They picked the best of the best. The dentists, the people who understood agriculture and shared land, the medicine people, the healers, the strongest of the strong. So that's my soapbox moment for the day. But I just want to thank you for in with us today. We got a whole lineup, and I'm talking to them. We got people backstage. But the first person I want to bring to the stage, you know what? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know Ursula Robinson. Man, what's the name of it? Divorce in the Black. Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black.
Woo.
Oh my gosh. Let's give her some love.
Yes.
ABTF family from way back. I'm gonna bring her to the stage with her blonde hair, beautiful. Oh,
Hey, hey, family. Hello, how are y'all doing today?
Doing
Yeah,
excellent.
I'm from way back. Oh, Shelton, you and I are in the same room.
Yes, we are. Like always.
Right, that's how family does.
That's how we do.
We're all in the living room, just chatting it up and having a great time. Yes.
yeah. You know, your career, you've been grinding for a long time.
Yeah.
And you
Yes,
are you're an example of staying power. I'm so proud of what you've been able, or what God has been able to do for
yes.
you through His faithfulness and
Yes.
your continuance to pursue your dream. Talk about your journey a little bit to inspire some of the artists or anybody pursuing any dream in a creative field. Talk about your
Listen,
journey and how you got where you are.
well, first of all, I would like to say to anyone who is pursuing anything, don't ever give up. The timing sometimes is not up to you because there's things that you need to know that you didn't know you needed to know, and you need to be in that position. And so I've done a lot. For those who don't know, I write. I won Best Writing, I think, twice at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. I direct. I act. I do everything but sing. And so I do it all, and I can sing with a group. So I cross that out. I do everything, and I've been doing this for a very long time. And at some point in time, you look at all of your accolades and you like, yeah, I've gotten awards in every area of my career. I'm also an award-winning speech maker. I also I won several different awards for writing, and I think I have an award. No, I haven't won an award for directing, but I with the Urban Playwrights United at their conference, I would teach directing class. I would go help other people direct their performances. I teach and grow directors. So I've been immersed in theater really and acting and the arts since I was a young child. And I always wanted to be an actress in television and film. I wanted to see myself up there, but I got discouraged because I had some insecurities about being a big girl. At one point in time, the industry for television and film was all about that good look. You know, you skinny, are you this, do you have this, or do you have this? And see, I grew up during that time, but it never stopped the dream. I attribute a lot of things to my family, really, because I started acting in my family. I was acting in my family 6, 7, 8 years. Every year at Christmas, we did a little Christmas play. It started out as going caroling with one of my aunts, and then it got turned into doing a nativity scene. So that's why people know I love Black Nativity. That's why I love Black Nativity. I love Christmas plays. I do. And so, but that, that started all of it. And then we added a talent. Then I was like, let's add a talent. So, I started writing poetry. I can't remember any other things I did, try to sing songs or do something like that. The boys every year for like a long time always did the Temptations. And the girls would break up. My sister didn't want to do it, and my cousin like it. So it would just gotta be me. And whoever the newest baby in the family would always be baby Jesus, right? So and we went through that. Now my sisters and my cousins, they stopped doing it. I was in college still doing the Christmas play. So I knew that this was something, as I told people before, I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. Even when I had part-time jobs, my part-time jobs, I used acting. Like I used to be head daytime waitress in a seafood restaurant. So I do these different characters, see how much tip I could get. I would just do things. I've never been a person who thought in a box or a straight line. I think in zigzags. And if you're an artist, you kind of know that. And in graduate school, I met this agent. Somebody introduced me to an agent, just kind of see, Ursula, this is something you want to do. Let's go there. I'm scared. Like most people want to be in television and film. They're scared. They're like, oh my God. Da, da, da. And I met this agent. And what she said was that because I was so big, she said in different words, and my face was young, my body and my face gonna have to catch up with each other. I'm trying to figure out. She said I would have to grow into my face, or I have to grow into my body. I don't know why I'm not remembering the exact words right now. But what she was saying is because of my size, I would be playing older characters. So I was playing grandmas and mothers. But at the age I was in undergrad, I'm not gonna tell you how old I was, but I was young. And because you start trying to count my years, I was young. And so but it wasn't even the word Asian. It was the fact that was a prick in a place where I was already insecure. Yeah, this is something that I feel like you never could take from me. Even when I didn't act as good as I act now, I always knew I could act.
Now let me ask, where does the inspiration come? Your character, Nick, tell us your character. I don't know the character's name in Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black, which
Linda.
is the number one streaming, I think top 3 in history, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But the number one streaming on the platform on the platform that it streams.
Yeah. On the Amazon Prime. The most is almost also the most people have signed up for Amazon Prime after watching this of any Amazon MGM studio picture or show on Amazon Prime.
Drove subscriptions to Amazon.
Yes. Yes,
Well, hello.
yes.
Hello.
Pop, 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 pop. And it was with on the Nelson's ratings. It got high on high Nelson's ratings and
Yeah,
all
but
that other stuff like
Nielsen
that.
ratings were
Yeah.
from back in the 70s. Oh my God.
Right.
Even
So
though
it's
they
a,
still around.
it's doing a lot of stuff. And of course, you know, when it first came out, it was it went viral. So I went to bed July 10th. That drama lady, as I tell people, they say that drama lady. That's what most people know. That drama lady, that lady do plays. Yeah. And the next day on July the 11th, when it was released at 3 a.m. because people were like, I said, no, it'll be released at 12. It'll be released at midnight. You can do that. And I had people texting me 1 o'clock in the morning. No, it's gonna be at 3. It ain't on yet. I'm like, oh, y'all wait, it's coming. So I woke up to this text from my cousin and said, you all over TikTok. And I'm like, what? And I go on TikTok and there I am. And there I am on Facebook. And there
Yes,
I
you
am.
were.
Wow.
And there I am everywhere. And I was like, oh my goodness. So now.
To me, you were the best part of the movie.
Oh,
That's my
Yes.
opinion.
well.
And
And it's
I
not
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not
I
because I
agree with
know you.
that.
I mean, you know,
Well,
Megan and Gloria too, but you was the movie.
Yes, she was. And let me tell you, I watched it 2 times because I
Come on,
had to
Chef.
make sure that I wasn't missing anything. And so, Ursula, you know, we go way back. I say, look,
Yes.
So, you know, and
Ursula.
if you talking like about your career, what permeated what ran through my mind is how do you take those real life experiences that you just went through? Because
Mhm.
everybody knows you're an educator, you are a
Yeah.
professor at South
Yeah.
Carolina State University.
Yes.
And you transfer
Yes.
those lived experiences and able to share those with your students. How do you inspire them through your lived experiences, and how does that transfer over? You know, that's what I was thinking.
And for
Good
every
question.
actor, everything that you've ever seen, read, heard, or even talked about and discussed becomes a part of your experiences and a part of the well that you can pull from to use a character. And I've seen Linda. I know Linda's. Sometimes I've been Linda. So it's easy to tap into that. But what my students are learning from me is that you don't need to quit. Because see, they had to hold down things while I was gone doing these things. So a lot of stuff happened in the summer, and this show I taped in the summer, and just doing different things as I rose up through the ranks, as the people say. Even as I took classes, I've had my first SAG gig. One of my students was my reader and helped critique me. And I took her along with me on the journey, took her to classes with me, got her a mentor, and I tried to facilitate that for my other students, give them opportunity to see that you can live your dreams, because there's no formula to be an actor. There's nothing written down. If you do this, and this. And one thing that I had to come to, for me, it was about the classes. I took classes. And at first I'm like, I ain't taking no classes. I got 3 degrees. I've been acting since I was 6 years old. Why do I need classes?
There it is. All
But
right.
everybody need training.
Everybody needs
Now
training.
you can get your training.
Picasso had a teacher.
Yeah, you can get your training at home, looking up stuff, looking at videos, and doing all that stuff. How do you make that transition from theater, from the stage to film? It's a different medium, and for me, that transition was hard because I'm used to being, hey, as a person, I'm big, I'm dramatic. That's just my natural personality, and so. When they asked me, this different medium, be small or Ursula, and the words, I was like, be small. I don't know how to be small. and the thing was, it wasn't about being small. You know what it was? About being authentic. And it's my authenticity is what you see. Because what you see in Linda that everybody is loving is that I was in that moment feeling those things. And and as I told someone today, as I watched it, because I watched it several times myself, and I was like, I went to the premiere. Now, How about a red carpet with Tyler Perry? How about that? What?
Mm.
Oh my God. With Megan Good and Megan Good's boyfriend, Jonathan Majors, hugging me. He's like, I love what the work you did. And I had stars who was saying to me, hey, Ursula, this was what you did was awesome. And they were breaking down my scene to me. This is what you did. I saw how you brought humanity. I saw how you, and what they did was they said, girl, this is what you did. You created a 3-dimensional character, right? That people could connect with, that they knew this person either through their own personality or through their family or friends. You created an auntie that everybody got.
Yeah,
So,
yep.
And that
amen.
resonated with people because it was authentic to our culture.
Yeah.
Everybody in our culture may not understand that, but it was, she was authentic to our culture. This is what happens with you know, stuff like this. And so, and that was I think that was the thing, you know, but it was like, oh my gosh, the first time I saw it and I saw myself shaking, I said, oh girl, you was in there.
Yes, you did. You took, let me say this, and I'm gonna throw it back to you. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna throw it back to you. We move on. But listen, you took the audience on a field trip. You took me on a field trip because I didn't know what you was doing. You was starting to pull that dress off. I said, well, wait just a minute now. This somebody I know. Now I know Ursula ain't stripping up. And my mama, she all to me. I'm like, no, Ursula don't strip. Not on the, what in the world is you strip? So, you took us on a field trip, and it was a very good field trip.
Well, you know what, Ursula? I can talk to you all day about this. This is the first time we've connected since your big debut. I am so glad to say that you are part of the Abtf family. Yes. And I can't wait. I wish you more of everything. But what I want to underscore is when they say you created a 3-dimensional character in a 2-dimensional state or 1-dimensional state. Right. So, yes, your theater training. I just want to emphasize that. Theater training.
It is the foundation. Yes. And a lot of great actors on television and film started in theater. Why? Because in theater, you have to learn how to analyze scripts. Who are these people? How do I connect my experiences with this particular character? And it is my theater training that has brought me to, you know, this and the grace of God and just determination, because I've seen my students and I pushed my students and I said, woo, not gonna cry. And I said, how dare you, Ursula, push others to dream and don't live your own dream. How dare you? And I played around with it. And my coach, Christine Horn, was like, Ursula, when you're ready to get real with it, it's going to happen. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. You know, I'm doing it. But it was when I got Mr. Hunt. I mean, you met Mr. Hunt. When Gerald Hunt came and started working at South Carolina State University, he took on the work that I was doing so that I could go and do this. So it's a teamwork. When I tell you it's a teamwork, I have my church family, Spiritual Foundation Ministry, SFM champions. Yeah. Wow. But my church members are assistants. They are publicity. They're this. Mr. Hunt and the students provide support in all different kinds of ways. And in the midst of me doing television and all stuff, I'm still doing shows. We're still going to festivals. We're going to different things. I'm still showing up in all these places and still providing them with what they need academically. But I am showing them that it is possible, because many times in the African-American household, we are conditioned to get jobs that pay a lot of money, whether we want to work it or not. And then we end up 40, 50, 60 years old, burnt out from working this job that we don't like, that we're doing just because we want money and not following our passion or our gift. or working our passion and our gift in the at nighttime. And we become one of those people. You ever had those people who are around you that you know desperately want to quit this 9 to 5 or quit this other stuff and go pursue something? They're just kind of creepy the way that they have started to rotten away because they can't live their dream.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be that. And I tell
No.
my young people, I was like, I also teach, I do a lot of jobs. I teach up about, so my 10 to 12-year-old students, 10 to 12th grade students, excuse me. I tell them, I say, your parents had to put food on the table because they had you. So they may not have lived their dream, but you don't have no kids. You don't have
Well,
children.
listen, Earthly, we're about 6 minutes over.
Okay,
I hate to cut you off. We're gonna take a 30-second commercial break. We're gonna come back. Thank you so much. Y'all show Ursula O. Robinson some love in the chat, and we're gonna come back to talk more about the ABTF. All right. Now we got a whole bunch of folks backstage, and oh man, that was so heartwarming. I love me some Ursula from day one, so I could not be more happy for her.
Me either. I am ecstatic for her.
And I think she's gonna do even more good things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I am going to take off the banner.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I want to bring up some folks. We got a whole lot of folks backstage that are either presenting or producing something at the ABTF. So I'm going to start with David Miles. Dave Miles, I'm going to get ready. Come on up to the stage. I'll show Dave Miles some love.
All right. Hey.
How are you?
You're on mute.
You're muted.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
absolutely,
I can hear you
loud
now.
and clear.
Yes.
Apologies for my dress code. Last night I had to rush the daughter to the hospital. We were up all night long, so I'm out of phase right now. But I'm loving this every minute. Listening to everything is motivating me, of course.
Oh wow!
I've written the stage read classes.
Center yourself in the frame.
Okay.
Yes, better, much better. Yes.
Much better. Okay, everything else I got to do the opposite here.
Okay, yes.
I'm really getting excited about this because I've never had like a 3-actor play, and it's also something that's current in the news right now. We had in New York a white Marine veteran choking and killing a homeless black Michael Jackson impersonator. We've got this man in prison. The case has not gone to court yet. We're looking at all the dynamics of this. And the question becomes one always is, when do you let somebody out of incarceration? We're looking at violence. We're looking at prisons. We're looking at race. We're looking at privilege. And we're doing this with something that's current. I mean, Clashes. It's right there next to my name. And what's happening is everybody is basically doing this. This is a stage read now. But let me put in my plug. I've got a play coach, and she's challenged me to make it a 2-act play. We can do it. So I'm putting in my bid now for next year. We're going to do this on stage. It is crazy off the chain in Act 2. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
But thank you for letting me speak. I appreciate it.
When is it so? When do you do your reading? It's going to be Friday, August the 30th.
Yes.
And what time is it?
Between 1 and 4:15. Between 1 and 2:15. I'm trying to convert back between military and civilian time. Between 1 and 2:15.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, Dave, you've been at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival for a couple.
Yes.
You submitted a couple. I think this is your third time.
Yes, it is. It is the
Mhm.
third one. I was down in
Mhm.
Macon last year. Was in Atlanta before. I now know why they call Atlanta Hot Atlanta, that's for sure. Woo!
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. New Yorker.
Uh,
Well, we are
yeah.
so happy to have you. I don't want to move too fast, but we got a lot of people I want to get them on. And but I just want to thank you so much for trusting us with your work to
Thank
provide a
you.
platform. We do these readings so that you have an opportunity to vet your work. You can see it. You can see it out there. Actors interpreting it for you, and gives you an opportunity to develop it to get it ready to mount. And this is what's missing. I think this is what's Theater Festival, because we don't get a chance to develop our work. It's really hard to find places and spaces and audiences to do
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for being a part of the ABTF family. So if you want to say anything else, closing words.
Thank you for having me. I'll be there. I'm riding with the ABTF. How's that?
Let me clap you up. Let me clap you up, my man. Let me clap you up,
Yes.
Dave. Yes.
Spread
Absolutely.
the love. And get this
Yeah.
week. We need you fresh for next week. So blessings.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dave Miles from NYC. Now we got another person backstage from NYC, Alice Crobell. Alice,
Wow.
I'm gonna bring it to the stage now.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, New York is up in here.
New York is in the house.
Yes,
Well,
it
we're
is.
representing.
Yes. I have not seen you. You were also a ABTS veteran bringing another show. When's the last time you graced our stages with your work?
Oh, I think it was 2014 or something. I remember Ursula because that's where I met Ursula at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival.
Wow.
And so I'm a repeat customer.
We love it. We love it.
Repeat offender.
Yes.
Bringing those stories.
A sustaining member. That's what
Yes.
we like. You are a
Member. Okay, I like that.
Sustaining member.
You are. Well, once you in our family, we don't let you go. We're like a cult. We love on you. We follow you. We follow your career. You've done a lot. I mean, you're an attorney. I mean, this is a powerhouse. She's a twin sister. She is a powerhouse. Y'all follow her. Her mother got a hot sauce that I got a bottle of that I can't finish because it's so hot.
Wow.
She does everything, and such a community advocate as well. Talk about your play.
Waiting for Burial is a staged reading.
Cool.
Okay.
And it's Friday, August 30th at 2:30 at the Atlanta Airport Holiday Inn Suites, the Dogwood Room. And what Ursula said about knowing a character who could be your auntie, you have to channel it from somewhere. This play centers around a killer storm and an elder woman who refuses to leave. And it's played by a returning actor, Terry Henry, Ashley Davison, Alicia Crow, newcomers, Joe James, Charles George, and Tijuana Agnew. So we hope to capture the minds and the hearts of everybody that comes through. Pull up, check us out, because you will know the lead character because that person is in your heart from someone you know or somewhere you've been.
Gotcha.
Now, Alice, that sounds riveting. It sounds so intriguing. But you also you are a gifted writer, and you've got some accolades to show it. You want to share about some of your awards?
Well, one that I cherish dearly is Festival Favorite Award from the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. When they called my name, I froze. I had no idea And what an honor when your people see you and you're just vetting your work and you're just hoping that you can connect with it and get inspired. And the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, every day I write. Every day I write because I have my trophy and it looks like the Oscar, but it's an inspiration and it's heartwarming.
Those are low budget days. We got a little better trophy. You got one of those knockoffs.
Yeah, we call it a historical artifact. So you got one of the beginning a historical artifact. You got an artifact.
For the word. Oh boy, but you got it, right? You got it. And it's the meaning behind it that shows. Thank you so much for joining our show today. So, do you have any questions?
No.
Having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. And again, as Tony says, we love to love on people. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And see you. We want to see you. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes. There we go.
All right, Attorney Bell. We'll see. Oh, you Howard girl too, right?
Oh, HU.
Yes, HU, School of Law.
Okay.
None follow the lead.
Yeah.
HU, and that is it.
You know.
HU.
All right. So, only good things come out of Howard University. Y'all know
That's
that, right?
Well, I'm from Norfolk State University, so
all right.
Yeah.
I rock with Howard. I rock with Howard University. Yes, I do.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. We see you safe travels. We can't wait to get you here to show off what your new work. Blessings.
Yes.
All right. So let's see who else is backstage. Where is Janine? I saw Janine earlier. Janine, are you there? Oh, this is my beautiful sister Janine. Bring Janine to the stage. Hey.
Hello. Beautiful people.
Hey, how are you?
It's good to see y'all. I'm excited to see you. I just want to say thank you. I think 2 years ago was the first time that I did the Abtf. Submitted. I had never submitted, and so I'm just thankful. I love something someone said. It was just it's good to be celebrated by and it's good to be seen, by the community. And so so thank you.
Well, you brought the one woman show Journey and shut down the darn thing. People was in there screaming, hollering, running up and down the aisle. I was taking pictures with this.
Oh,
it was phenomenal, Tony. It was just so phenomenal. We even brought her down to the Douglas Theater, and she did it for the students. When I tell you, now these was middle grade students. These students wouldn't move. They were engaged. They were clapping, singing, toe tapping heads. I was amazing. Amazing. People there crying. The staff was crying. That's how good the show was. Like, Janine is awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for reviving another part of the dream, even in me, in this season. So I appreciate that so much.
So what are you
bringing this year? Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm doing? I'm moving into the space of really helping people make that transition into writing. And so Journey, the masterclass is really important because so many people have stories to tell. Tony, you say this all the time. And that story can't stay in you. I believe that, again, we all have a journey. We all have jewels in our journey. And so we really have to take ownership of those stories and really write them down and put them in a format so that people can experience them. And so Journey, the masterclass, I'm going to be doing that on Friday at the hotel. And I've done it before. And it's just a great, simple process for people to really kind of ignite that writing gift. I think about if I didn't write, I wouldn't be working. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's journey is different, right? And so, yes, I auditioned and yes, I did shows, but I wanted to tell another side of the story from my own experiences. And so if God had not given me the gift of writing, then I wouldn't be here. Y'all
Yeah.
smiling and not. What
Yeah,
No, because you're right.
does
You know,
that
I think
mean?
no, I think about God when He lays out a path for you. The only one that can get in your way is you. It's
That's
like
right.
you can't even
Mhm.
you know what I mean. So
Yes.
I'm just thinking about what you're saying. It's just marinating on me because I've been finding myself in places and spaces where it's just really hard, but I see the light on where I can make a difference. And
Yes.
and that why is that why factor because that
Mhm.
why will keep you going. So
That's
I know
right.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, that's so
I got
good.
you, and I think people know too.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
produce. We need to produce more, you know. And I love again being able to gather the artists to perform. But there are so many more stories that we need to hear, I think, in our community. And that's going to inspire people, bring healing to people, transform people's lives. And so I'm excited about being there. I'm looking at the shows that I'm going to be. I'm like, look, I'm going to be in the audience. I'm going to be taking some workshops. I'm like,
Okay.
look, I'm doing mine. Let me go ahead and hang
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Yes, and so are we, because I can
Yeah,
even
me
hear
too.
the power, like in your words. And you said Tony and I were sitting here, we were nodding, right? Because we were in tune. And so you have that gift. I call it a gift, and you do operate in a
Mm.
spirit of excellence. And so we can feel that coming through, like especially like when you're saying like how you empower other people. And I think people are just emboldened by you because that is your gift. They're emboldened by when you teach and you talk and helping them to share their story. I'm just excited. You know, and my schedule stays oversubscribed. So but I'm gonna say I'm definitely gonna be there. I definitely want to peek my head in for
Yes.
that workshop. Because I've never seen the workshop. And so it just you talking about it just sparks my interest.
Come
And like, let me
on.
go see what this.
Come on.
I don't know
Let's
if I'm
do
being
it.
nosy or inquisitive, but I need to go see what it's about. So
Be
I'm
ready
gonna
to write. Be ready to write because there's some
I'm
stories
telling
in
you.
here. Come on now. Come on
yeah,
now.
yeah.
We
Sounds
got to get
awesome.
some stories.
One session with her, you become a fan. Trust and
Yes,
believe, you become a
yes,
fan.
yes.
That's
So
She's
precious,
awesome.
y'all.
I
Y'all are
appreciate
precious.
you.
New family.
You
I
are
love y'all.
too. Love you black. Love you
Okay,
black.
all the way black. Yes, all the way
right.
black. BLACK.
Well, thank you so much for dropping in tonight. We
Thank you so
appreciate you. We
much.
can't wait to see you in
Yes. Give y'all some big
15
hugs,
days.
man. I'll be there. I'll be there.
15
All righty.
days. All right.
Yes.
So who we gonna bring up next? Y'all some love in the comments. We definitely want to hear from you. We want to get your reaction to some of our storytellers. I'm going to bring up Jody Austin right now. Jody.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody. Hi.
how are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you too, Dr. Sheldon.
Hey, good to see you as well.
It's been a few years.
It has been, but it's good to see your face. You're still smiling. Oh my God, Tony. Is this reunion? You didn't tell me it was going to be a reunion.
I know,
Yes,
right?
it's going to be a reunion.
Yeah.
We got a lot of repeat folks. Family coming back for the family reunion.
Yes, we appreciate you. This is our
Dang.
third acceptance, second appearance. COVID had us messed up the last time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We literally just came back from the International Black Theater Festival. Sorry I wasn't able to catch your workshop, Ms. Henson.
That's okay.
It was so much
That's
to do.
okay.
It was our first time and very overwhelming, but my reading went well. So I know it's going to do well at Atlanta Black Theater Festival. We're so excited to be coming. In fact, we're in rehearsal now, and I stepped out so I could be on the call.
To give us a shout out. Tell us about your play, what you're going to be doing, your reading.
My play reading is called Not Without Her Stories. Her service comes with a price too. It's about women veterans and the things that we experienced during our military service, including deployments, coming back home, having families and deploying, depression, MST, PTSD. These are stories that get swept under the rug. Our male counterparts, we always hear their stories, but nobody hears our stories, especially women of color.
Wow. Well, I can't wait for you to share their voices in their spirit.
Yes.
So, and
We also
using.
have a short film.
Say that again. Oh, that's right. Short film. Okay. Wow. I
We
used
have
to
a
be.
social.
I used to know everybody's show and then what they were doing and at what time. I got old now. I gotta ask.
Okay, so Not Without Her Stories is the Dogwood Room,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the 10 a.m. slot. And then our short film, She Speaks Not, is in the Tulip Room in the 2:15 slot.
Yes. Well, we're
Mm-hmm.
trying in the film series. This will be our third year with the
Mm-hmm.
film series. And we're only doing short films. And one of the reasons why we just added this platform because there is so much work out there. And I want people to be, I want to expand ABTF to provide these opportunities because it's very competitive out there as well. But
Yes.
there's so much work out there, and we have a wonderful following of folks that really know, and when they come to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, that they're going to have a great time because they're vetted, everything is vetted and adjudicated. So once you stick with us, you come back. We know you're a good writer.
Yeah.
It's easy for us to create the platform for
Thank
your
you.
so
Yeah.
we
Thank you. It was a wonderful experience with you guys. So we had good
Awesome.
enjoy.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and she is the marketing guru. She won the marketing prize. So she won
Thank,
$100 gift prize from ABTF. But thank you so
thank
much for just promoting yourself. That's what you're doing. You're investing
Absolutely.
and promoting yourself. So
And we love
Absolutely.
to promote Atlanta Black Theater Festival as well. We tell people about it all the time. We tell fellow playwrights, submit.
thank you.
You have to
Yes.
experience. Our actors are excited to come. This is their first time coming, and they're really serious about what they do. So
Yo,
And
we
where,
tell
we
everybody.
love it.
Jody, where you from?
Philly in the building.
Philly, okay. Philadelphia, okay.
In the
Philly,
building.
Philly.
The
New
first
York,
time we came, we drove, but we're flying this time.
okay. All
Oh,
that
okay.
northeast
Oh,
sector. We got the whole
excuse
northeast, don't we,
me.
Tony? It's the northeast coming.
Excuse Oh
Northeast
man, we
coming to
got
the
the West
south.
Coast covered too. We got the
Okay.
South, the West Coast, the East, the Northeast. We got the country covered this
One,
time, and we
one.
Coming.
even have somebody from UK coming
Okay,
from
yeah. Okay.
Liverpool, United
Really?
Okay.
Kingdom.
Wow.
Yes,
See?
yes. So it's going to be exciting. Thank you,
Yes.
Jody.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I'm
you.
going
It
to
All
was
get
right,
back
good
to
being here.
rehearsal.
we'll see you later.
See you soon.
Safe travels. Safe travels. All right, so now we got some special people in the house. Marcy and Carrie. We're gonna bring both of them together up on stage. I am so excited about this show. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Oh man. If you haven't
Yes.
gotten your tickets for this, let me tell you something. This show, go ahead, Marcy. Talk about it, Carrie. Talk about it. This show
You are
right
right. You
here.
are right. I was listening to the sister talk earlier today about, our stories need to be told. And we want to be a part of this beautiful Black story renaissance moment. And we have a story for you. Our play asks the question, can a Black woman and a white woman have an honest conversation about race and have their relationship survive? So that's the question. That's the journey that we're going to take you on in our play called Dissonance. Our play is a beautiful story about friendship. It's about unity. It's about love. And it's about having difficult conversations. And we wrote this story together, and it was spawned on a moment during the George Floyd climate when my friend Carrie asked the magic question, how are you doing? And I knew
Mm,
exactly what that meant. I knew exactly
mm,
what that meant. And she was interested to know. And she said, hey, I feel like we should have a conversation about that. And I think we should
mm.
write a play. And that we did.
Wow.
Well, I'm
We
getting
did.
I'm hearing you recount it. I
Yeah.
saw it in DC, and I was like, my jaw was on the floor the entire. There's a couple of twists and surprises too. Go
There
ahead,
are
Carrie.
We are continually amazed at the reception that we've received everywhere across the country, because like Marcy said, it's important conversations that need to be had. It's about conversations that are often avoided, and ultimately it's about unity, and that's what our mission is. And so we have been very blessed to see it well received. And you saw it in DC. We've done it across the South, down into South Florida. We also just got back from the International Black Theater Festival and have had a great opportunity to let a lot of people see the show and see what Dissonance is about.
Wow.
It is a powerful story.
I love it.
Thank you for inviting
I haven't
us.
even seen
We are so
it.
excited. We are so excited.
Wow. I could just feel the chills. Like, I'm sitting up here like, let me write this name of this down. I didn't got the website.
Yes.
I done wrote the website. Like, I can feel it. And that is so good, especially when you write a play like that and we think about the climate and the tent that we're under now. And, living in the South, that is something I could just, it's needed.
It absolutely
is necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And everything we do, our writing process, we normalize love, as we have our t-shirts here, lead in love.
Wow.
That's the that we want to put out there, and what you do, lead in love, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely
fine.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that just so simple? It sounds so simple.
If we could all do it.
Yes.
And I think there's more of us that want that. I think most of us want unity. Most of us want to be seen and to see other people, and to keep that in mind, especially as we're coming into another, what is probably going to be a tumultuous election period and everything else. We're going to hear and see, just like in that summer 2020, so much of the division, so much of the politicizing of these issues that are human issues. They're not political. I mean, they are political issues, but ultimately they're human issues. And so, like Marcy said, we have just stuck with leading in love and understanding that that's what we all want. It really is. We've never had anybody respond in a way to this play other than with hope and with a desire for unity. And so we firmly believe that, and we've seen it time and time again every time we perform this show.
Well, one thing that sticks out for me was the authenticity of the piece. I mean, the conversations were raw and they were honest, and they really weighed in on, it was like you felt it. I felt like I felt it, and then you said it. So it was, I felt it, I thought it, and then I was like, yeah, well, let's go with that.
Tony, I'm so glad you said that, because our last show, the people were finishing my lines. They were actually finishing my lines, Tony.
Wow.
So it does. It's a sentiment of what we really think. Some of us really think. Some of us really believe. Some of us have wanted to say or have said, right?
Yeah. And it also is reflective of our process, because Marcy and I had these conversations. It was part of our process. As we started with a Google document because everything was locked down because of COVID, and with Zoom. And we had these conversations, and we asked each other these questions within that environment, so that it was a safe way to do it, and with the understanding of what has now become our clarion call of leading in love and being quick to forgive. And so it is authentic, because we went there. We had these conversations.
We did.
Wow. Now, when is this play coming? What's the day?
It's at 4:00 on Saturday, August the 31st, in the Performing Arts Center. So please,
at the Southwest Arts Center.
Southwest Arts Center, 4:00. That is our time slot. Please come in and see our show.
Yes. Well, let me tell you something. I'll be there with bells on, just rooting you on. Because Marcy and I have a secret. We have a special relationship. Marcy is on my staff at SCPC, the Southeastern Theater Conference.
I am. She's the only person that could get me to do it. She's the only one.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't tell them how I bribed you. But
Right.
no. But why? The reason why I brought it up is because for the actors that are watching this, we audition. Marcy is the auditions coordinator for SETC with the Southeastern Theater Convention, and so plug in, y'all. I know they ain't paying me for this. I wish they were, but they're not. But plug in because we want to provide opportunities for more artists and especially more artists of color. So Marcy is the audition coordinator. So come out. She's gonna be there. You can network with her, meet her, and she can give you some tips on how to audition. And we're gonna bring you back next year so you can teach a class on auditioning. Because you've been doing it for what? You've been audition coordinator for what?
Oh my God. For
You
over 20 years. I mean, good Lord. Seems like ever since I moved back to Florida, I went to FAMU, by the way, another HBCU. And once I got there, my professor, who was my colleague at the time, said, okay, it's your turn, go. And he pushed me to do SETC and Florida Theater Conference to work with the audition committee, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
Well, all right, y'all can't have her. I need her, okay? Just want to let you know. Don't give her no more jobs. I swear she's super with you. She got about 18 jobs.
Yes.
I know what Shelton's thinking. I've known you too long, Shelton.
Well, Tony, I'm gonna say this.
No.
I may not be there like Tony with bells and whistles, but I'll be there with a T-shirt and a flag. Like, oh, okay.
Yes.
So I will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I Carrie, yes.
Thank you.
I was just joking. I wish you all that God has for you in your life. I really do. Both of you guys. I am so excited about this place. Yeah. So freaking excited.
And we want to say thank you to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival for giving people like us a voice and a platform to showcase the love and the desires that we have in our heart to give to audiences. Without platforms like you, we would not be able to spread this beautiful play. And so with much gratitude and love and respect, we say thank you.
Thank you. That's our why right there.
Yes.
All right, so we'll see you next week. Safe travels, okay?
Okay.
Be good. Can't wait to see you. Bye-bye. All right, so we've got one more person. We actually are right on schedule. We were supposed to end at 8 o'clock. We got Quick Jones backstage. Hey, Quick, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
You got it, brother. You got it. How you doing?
Great interviews. Such great interviews and promotions. That was just beautiful. But I'm doing well. Ready to get back home to Atlanta.
Okay, well, talk to us. What you got? Yeah. What do you bring into the stages of the Abtf?
I'm bringing my award-winning play, A Cup of Life, and A Cup of Life is really a strong, powerful play. It is asking the question: can you teach young people how to love who've never felt love? And we want young kids to be more presentable, be more easygoing, but they have these shells because they don't know what love feels like.
Ooh, you said a mouthful right there, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, talk to us.
Yeah, so the play was based off of the murder of my daughter, and I really came to what happened to her. Made me think, well, why would somebody so young be so heinous? It's so mean and so, I couldn't get around it. And I was working on a script and I happened to run into a young lady who had a plant company. And I'm laying in bed one night and I kid you not, it came to my head, okay, plants is about life. It's about the seeds and it's about the loving of them. So why not take that story of this woman planting and use it with the story about young kids needing to learn how to love?
Wow.
Exactly.
Powerful metaphor.
Thank you. Yeah, and I get so many questions about the story and about, why a plant shop. And the plant shop used to be an abortion center. And so you just have all these stories wrapped up in around this one lady's life who wants to breathe life back into her community. And that's what we need to do for our youth, is to teach them how how to breathe life back into them.
Wow. I can't wait. I am so very humbled that you chose the ABTF to share this delicate, very story. We are all in pain. I'm sure that it's a part of your healing process as a tribute to your loved one. And I cannot I'm just very honored and humbled that you chose us. And I hope we handle it well for you. I do.
I'm sure you guys will.
Yeah.
This ain't y'all first time. So
no, but I think more than anything, the lasting impact that you're going to make on the audience with a story such as this. And because you're always surprised, and sometimes we think we're the only one and we're suffering in silence, but it's so many others. And so me just sitting here listening to that, and you're spot on when you say, how do you teach someone to love that hasn't been loved? How do you do that? And so when I think about, that's a turning point. My brother, that narrative, my brother, right there in itself, it just sat me down. It made me go, wait a minute now, it gives you a different perspective. So the impact, you just made an immediate impact on me. So I ain't even seen it. I'm like, wait, hold up now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is one of our plays from a distinguished stage reading series. What time are you going on? You're on Friday, August 30th. What time is your reading?
We are the Breakfast Club. We are at 10 a.m.
I love that.
All right.
It's so funny that you say that, because I just put in the order to order breakfast, coffee and breakfast for those people who arrive at 9 o'clock. So the breakfast will be there from 9 to 10:45. So we got a little treat for y'all. That was supposed to be
what we need. You know what we need.
Yes. So get there early at 9 a.m. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones, for being a part of today's preview of ABTF and what we're showing up today. Thank you. And we'll see you next week, and drive safe. Where are you coming from?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, West Coast.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Represent.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
All right,
man, I am full. I am so full. So, whoa.
Tony, I am like, I'm so blown away. This is beyond Broadway. This is phenomenal way. This is phenomenal way.
Man, you got the words. You are the vocabulary guru. You must have that. But you're right. So, phenomenal way. Oh my God. I love that.
Right. So
I love that.
Awesome.
Well, it is. I can't wait. Before we came on today, you said, oh my gosh, the lineup is incredible. And I said, you know what? We say that this is the best lineup every year, because it be the best lineup. And then like, we can't, like, how do we top this? And every year it gets better and better. And I think that our stories become more sophisticated. Our characters are more defined. I'm seeing the leaps and bounds that the writers are taking, the risks that the writers are taking in their work. And I to witness it front and center, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. So
it's not. And just from the sizzle reel, you can see, just hearing from the writers and the producers and hearing the backstory of some of these things, giving us some schema is what I like to say. When you have that and you're like, whoa, that you're right. It's just awesome. And I'm just so emboldened by all of the great work and the creatives. That moves my spirit. And like you said, because I am over the Douglas and we are a Black institution. And so being able to be a part of the ABTF and to come to the ABTF, now you're right. You were spot on, because I am scouting. I'm scouting, but so people can tell these stories, because their stories need to be heard. It's not just that it's happening in their community, it's happening in communities across the world. And so the healing that it brings, and art is freedom. I say art is it's freedom. So
Yeah.
I love it. This is ABTF just has been rocking it. Hey, if people not tapped in, I need them to tap in. If y'all are looking on live, I need you to tag 2 to 3 people right now. Let them know to tap in. Matter of fact, make it 5. 3 is too low. 5 to 10 people tap in. Yeah,
And
get people to tap in.
We're streaming on Facebook Live and also YouTube Live. But I just want to give before we wrap up, I want to give people a little bit of an idea of the format of ABTF. It is 2 solid days of theater, so it's a marathon of theater. We start on Friday at 9:00, and if you come at 9, you get free breakfast. So come on out and hang out with us. And we're at the hotel. The hotel is the Holiday Inn Airport North, and the address, everything is on the website. But you need to come to the hotel. Parking is only $5. If you tell them you're with the ABTF, they should only charge you $5. That's what they promised. That's what's in our contract. So $5 parking. You stay all day. You come have free breakfast, and you come and hang out all day. You can see the plays, you can see the workshops, and you can see the film screenings. So I recommend that you come and hang out with us all day. If you want to do a pass, the passes are available. If you want to do individual tickets, you can do individual tickets. The way we set it up this year, if you want to do all the stage reading, it ain't but $25. Come on, y'all can drop $25. But it supports the artists and their work and their ability. Let me say, not support, it blesses them. Not only do you bless them with you in the audience rooting them on, but you also bless yourself because you're able to glean from their words and be inspired by their words. And then that's all day Friday. And then that evening, we shut down the hotel at about 6:00, and we go over to the Southwest Art Center, which is about 12 minutes from the hotel, and we'll spend the evening with our kickoff performance of lyrics by our own ABTF family, Winston Wilson. And if you want to talk about the story of hip hop and the impact and oh my gosh, starring Jason. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. See y'all, I'm getting old. I say Jason. I can't remember Jason's name. Anyway, it's all in the program. But Jason is a big star. You've seen him on television. He's been on BET. He's not BET. He's been on all the streaming networks. He's been on the major. He's a big character actor. You've seen him when you see him. You'll see him. He's starring in that, and I'm so excited to have them. And then that next day, we're going to later that evening, Friday night, you're on your own. After that, we'll probably hang out in the lobby of the hotel. So book your hotel. Yeah, book your hotel because Friday is the last time to get the rate that we negotiated. Now, I do this for a living. Y'all ain't going to be able to stay nowhere for $129. So I negotiated this wonderful rate. I leveraged some of the contacts that I have, and everybody gets to stay for $129. And these are a lot of them are suites, standard rooms and suites. So book your room so you don't have to drive back and forth home. Come hang out with us, be loved on, and then we'll get up the next day. And the hotel is providing lunch and breakfast at really low rates. So the next day we'll head over you can sleep in and you can head over to the Southwest Art Center because we have the Black Expo where we have Black businesses who showcase their art. We'll have some food trucks out there so you can have lunch and you can shop and hang out, but all that'll be outside. The vendors will be outside, and then inside in the cool, and hopefully the weather will be temperate. In the inside, we'll have the shows, and we start at 12:00 with a children's show called On This Island. Incredible children's theater company from Florida, Gainesville, Florida, will be bringing their work. So if you have any children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, mentees, bring them, because guess what? Because I want to expose children to the arts, we set a special ticket price for if you buy an adult ticket, you bring a young person and they get in for free. So that's the 12 o'clock show. So it's family friendly. You guys expose our children to the arts. Please, please, if you don't already, bring a neighbor, tell them, spread the word, and come on out and hang out with us. Then 2 o'clock, we have a show at 4 o'clock. We've got a show called The Angry Black Woman 101. I don't even want to, just go to it's off the chart. Just go to the program, check out the website, and see what we have. But I would be remiss if I did not mention that the Memphis Arts Alliance and Honey Baby Productions is bringing and closing down the house with a Black Broadway cabaret. So if y'all are not ready for that, get ready, because it's going to be off the charts. This show sells out in Memphis every time they mount it. So we were lucky enough to have them come and grace us with their presence. It's called the Black Broadway Cabaret. And then after that, we're going to go back to the hotel. So that's why you need to get your hotel room, because we're going to go back to the hotel, and we've got Alton Walker hosting our closing ceremony. We're going to have free food again, ticket to get in, but it includes food, the comedy show, the monologue competition. We have our collegiate monologue competition, and we have we're gonna have a DJ. Just have some fun. There's gonna be a cash bar, and just hang out and laugh with us, get loved on, and think about your next inspiration, your creative inspiration, and what you want to bring to the festival. So it's all in love.
Yes, it's a feel. Look, we are filling up the plate with all this Black theater and all this Black love. I'm telling you, get your feel. Please don't. When they say my plate runneth over, I want my plate to run over with this right here.
You know, that's so true. Me too. And you got to get filled up in order for it to run over. So we bless you. If you got any closing words, do you have any closing words? Because I think it's a wrap. We're about 13 minutes over.
I think it's been awesome. I'll see you there. I'll see everyone there. I'll see you there.
Yes. We'll see you there. Be blessed. Spread the word. We can't do it without you.
Light it up, light it up.